let's make sure we got that working properly. And once we got that working properly, we will be starting the stream. One second, let me fix the view here. Test us. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn it on the TV. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna fix the source in DCS so you guys can see the game. Alright. And give me 1 second, I'm gonna turn on the TV. Alright. I am back. Alright, test. Test. Perfect. We're going to be doing full training in the F16 because I am learning the module. However, I will also probably switch to the F18 at some point and switch back and forth, just because I just want to have some fun, fuck around with both of them. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So here we are doing a standard VFR straight-in landing. In this lesson, we'll go over the basics of a flightbird and airfield. Alright.
In this lesson, we'll go over the basics of landing an air.
My bad. I also forgot that I have my track IR set up. So, we're going to have that as well. And I also forgot as well that I need to check the other stuff. Hold on. Gotta get the track IR mounted. It's a bit of a bitch sometimes. I'll not lie to you guys. Just a clip on. Oh, wait. Just a clip on. Once you actually have it clipped on, it's fine. But the headset clip isn't. It's not the most complex design and locking mechanism by any means, but it does get the job done, and it is very simple and easy. So I mean, it works pretty well, I will say. Alright, now let me get this pulled up on my other monitor here, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Hello everybody. Sorry, I don't know why it's like going back and forth and doing all that stuff. But we're good to go now. I already set this, so I'm just gonna set it right there for now. Alright. In this lesson, we'll go over the
16 and visual flight rules conditions using a straight-in approach. This will also be used for later for the overhead brake and instrument flight rules landing lessons. I have the lesson paused so we can set the aircraft up in preparation for the approach. Then we'll land the aircraft and shut it down. Press spacebar to continue. Start by checking your fuel quantity on the fuel quantity indicator. Enough fuel should be remaining to land safely, but not too much fuel can lengthen the landing roll and make stopping the aircraft much more difficult. You're fine here, but you may want to burn some fuel off if you return from a mission early. Also, verify no red is visible on the indicator needles that indicate a fuel imbalance. This should be corrected by transferring fuel with the engine feed knob on the fuel control panel before landing. Fuel is automatically balanced under normal conditions, so this should be very rare. Press spacebar to continue. Next, verify the landing light switch is in the up landing position. This will make your aircraft easier to see by the tower controllers or other pilots near the airfield, and provide illumination you need in dark conditions. Also, set the master arm and laser arm switches to off to save the weapon systems. Press spacebar to continue. Now, verify your attitude references match. The pitch and roll attitude on your HUD and the ADI and the standby ADI should agree. Left-click the standby ADI knob to cage and uncage if recalibration is necessary. Then, on the altimeter, verify the current airfield altimeter setting of 2992 is set. You can rotate the pressure setting knob with the mouse wheel to select a new setting if it becomes necessary. Also, verify the altitude displayed on the HUD matches the altitude on the altimeter in both the electrical and pneumatic altimeter modes within plus or minus 75 feet. Set the altimeter back to electric mode when you're done, and press spacebar to continue. Next, stow the turreting pod camera if installed by selecting the turreting pod control page on the MFD and selecting standby. This is done prior to takeoff and landing to prevent foreign object damage to components. We have no pod installed for this lesson, so press spacebar to continue. A 2.5-degree glide slope is standard for an F-16 final approach. To measure a glide slope angle, reference the flight path marker on the HUD in relation to the pitch ladder. Now when you're ready, press spacebar and I will pause the lesson. After the lesson is unpaused, reduce your throttle and fly through the gates ahead. I'll talk you through the approach as we go. Verify your airspeed is below 300 knots. Lower the landing gear by moving the landing gear control handle down. Do this by clicking on the handle or pressing the G key. The trailing edge flaps will automatically lower as the gear extends. Once the gear flaps are down, check that all three wheels down lights are illuminated green on the left side of the instrument panel next to the gear handle. This confirms the landing gear are down and locked. An additional pitch ladder at 2.5 degrees will add to the HUD when the landing gear are extended. Your on-glide slope when both the 2.5 degree pitch ladder and flight path marker are placed at the end of the runway. Press spacebar to continue.
Altitude. Altitude.
Also, I spent like an hour or more earlier fucking setting up all of my hotkeys. So I'm gonna have to do that again with F16, unfortunately. F16. Alright. So, I already have some set up, but we're gonna have to set up some more. So, flaps, extend. Wait. Let's see if that works. And then we'll do. Oh no, we have to do all that. Clear. All that. Alright, and then now, stream deck, which I need to switch to OBS settings so you guys can actually see this. Add the hotkeys here. Oops. Alright, so we have flaps toggle, flaps norm, and then flaps extend.
speed brakes using the switch on your throttle and increase throttle to maintain speed if necessary. The slightly higher throttle setting required will increase drag from the
Hold on. Speed brake. Let's make sure that's toggled because everything does not.
speed brakes that keep you from constantly bumping against the idle stop on approach. This is also one less thing you'll have to remember to do after touchdown. Press spacebar to continue. Keep flying through the gates and reduce speed to achieve the on-speed angle of attack of 11 degrees. This is the AOA that will provide the best approach speed and handling characteristics for your aircraft's weight. Use the throttle to adjust your speed and glide path, and pitch trim to adjust your AOA. 2 or 3 clicks of nose up trim or the trim pad on your stick will help maintain you near 11 degrees. As a guide, place the flight path marker on the HUD at the top of the AOA bracket on the HUD. The bracket ranges from 11 degrees at the top to 15 degrees at the bottom. The AOA index relies to the left of the HUD frame will differ from other aircraft in that the bottom yellow chevron will still be illuminated when the on-speed AOA is achieved. The AOA indicator at the bottom center of the instrument panel also displays AOA. Use the first part of this approach to attempt to stabilize on-speed flight. At this point, you should be on speed and on glide slope. The 2.5 degree pitch ladder on the HUD.
It's not binded my brakes. Oh no.
And the flight path marker should be placed at the end of the runway. This is the most challenging part coming up, so exit the mission and try again if things don't go exactly as planned. For now though, continue on your approach.
Brakes are out of this. Let me try and hold on. I need to do a quick flight, like a free flight in the F-18. Take 2 seconds to see if my rudder. No, it's not. What? So I have to. Whatever. I'll worry about that later. I'll try and. I don't know. Fuck me. It's really annoying. Because it works perfectly fine in the F-18. Alright, I'm back. My track IR fell off. I gotta put it back on. Gotta put my track IR back on. Alright, there we go. Nope. Alright, oh. So, the other main reason I'm doing these as well is because it's gonna help give me to bind everything that I need to bind for the F-16. So that way when I go into the PvE server after, I can actually just have it all bound on my Stream Deck. Because that's what I was trying to say earlier. I do have a Stream Deck, so that allows me to essentially have like the entire cockpit in a single panel. Honestly, it's really nice, and for simulators like DCS especially, I didn't really consider. Well, I did consider it, but I had no idea it would be even half as helpful as I have been. It's been 10 times more helpful than I remember. Because it has infinite pages, so you can have the entire cockpit bound on your Stream Deck, and that is amazing, in my opinion. And I got like the big boy one. It was like years ago when I was grinding on Twitch and got affiliated and was doing really good, but I got like the big one. So, but honestly, like the good thing is since it has infinite pages, you could even get the smallest version and still be fine and have as much as you wanted. It would just be, it's different. The big one's nice, but you could do that and it would not be a big deal. Alright, there we go. No, there we don't go. Sorry, I'm struggling with my track IR at the moment. It is not wanting to clip for some reason. Alright, let's hope it's fine. I don't know why it's not clipping, but I just used a little piece of duct tape. We'll do the overhead brake landing just to see, whatever.
This lesson will start on the initial approach for an overhead brake landing pad. This technique is the safest and most efficient way to recover a lot of aircraft quickly. This is an advanced technique that requires familiarity with aircraft handling and approach. Before applying this lesson, make sure you're familiar with the procedures described in the VFR landing lesson. I currently have the lesson paused. Press spacebar when you're ready to get started. First, let's quickly run through the entire process. I have placed a series of gates that show the flight path used for this technique. As you can see, we're on the initial approach to the landing runway at 1,500 feet above the ground at about 300 knots. We'll brake left over the touchdown point, extend the speed brakes, and go for a level turn until we're flying in the opposite direction. We will ensure our airspeed is below 300 knots, extend the landing gear, and trim to an AOA of about 11 degrees. We will continue flying level until reaching a point where the end of the runway is about 45 degrees behind us. We will bank left, lower the nose, and maintain 11 degrees AOA as we align ourselves with the runway. We will roll out and fly the rest of the approach exactly as we did in the last lesson. Press spacebar to continue.
Need to make sure I have a bind or another bind real quick. Let's see, do I have trim bound? Pitch trim. Okay, so these are things. Alright, hold on. So I'm gonna try binding them to one of my knobs here on my HOTAS. Test, test.
Now, that's a lot to digest, so don't expect this to go perfectly the first time, even the 10th. Each approach is unique, with all challenges due to crosswind, aircraft weight, runway length, and a host of other factors. Use the gates ahead as a guide, but feel free to deviate if necessary. Focus on rolling out in line with the runway, on speed, and on glide slope every time. How you get there is not as important. Press spacebar when you're ready to give it a shot. Okay, maintain alignment with the landing runway, 1,500 feet above ground level, 300 knots, calibrated airspeed, showing the HUD. We're over the touchdown point, so brake left. Set throttle to about 80% RPM, open the speed brakes. Apply the brake at about 70 degrees of bank at 3 to 4 G. Relax the G as speed bleeds off and keep the flight path marker on the horizon line to maintain a level turn. Now roll out opposite the landing heading at about 200 to 220 knots. Extend the landing gear. Confirm 3 green gear down indications. Start to reduce speed and trim to an angle of attack of 11 degrees with 2 or 3 clicks of nose up.
Okay, got my landing gear bound now on a button.
Trim. Okay, peek back to the left to check your position. Start the turn when a beam rollout. That's about when your wingtip is at the end of the runway and view from the cockpit. Lower the nose to 8 to 10 degrees and fly the turn at 11 degrees AOA. Now roll out on final and raise the nose to maintain a proper 2.5 degree glide path. The goal is to roll out in line with the runway, 300 feet AGL, 1 mile from the touchdown. Okay, shift the flight path marker forward to the touchdown point. Gently pull back on the stick to flare and reduce the descent rate. Don't level up. Pull the throttle back to idle and push down to max AOA at 13 degrees. Don't exceed 15 degrees or you may scrape the tail. Maintain 13 degrees nose up for aero braking until your airspeed is below 100 knots. Reduce back pressure and lower the nose wheel to the runway. Open the speed brakes fully and maintain full aft stick for maximum braking effectiveness. Yeah, nice job.
Aye.
Engage nose wheel steering when below 30 knots and take the next taxiway to the left. That can be tough to get right, so feel free to restart the mission and try again. Remember, the gates are just...
I don't know why the fucking rudder is reversed on the F-16. Okay.
let's dig a little deeper into how to control key aircraft systems. Have a look at the upfront controls, the UFC, the large bank of buttons, and the small display at the top of the instrument panel. These allow you to quickly access communications, navigation, IFF, and other information in one place without digging around on the cockpit panels. Many of the specific functions will be covered in lessons on navigation and weapons delivery, but we'll get a feel here for the basic concepts and run through some practical examples. If you're already familiar with how the UFC works and you're looking for specific system operation, then feel free to move on. This lesson, maybe more than any others, will require a lot of acronyms to be thrown your way. There's simply no way around it. Don't worry though, I'll include enough context to understand exactly what's going on, even if you don't remember what each one means. Press spacebar when you're ready to begin. To use the upfront controls to their full potential, the C and I switch on the IFF control panel must be in the UFC position. If UFC fails, the backup position allows operation of the radios and IFF using their cockpit panels. For now though, leave this in the UFC position. The UFC consists of two elements. You'll use the Integrated Control Panel, ICP, to call up and manipulate data that's displayed on the data entry display.
Hold on, I gotta fix my gotta fix the track error. Track error is all out of whack. So give me 1 second. Alright. Yeah, I lost the mount. It's pretty annoying, so now I'm having to rig it up. I don't know, I should look and see if you can buy like mounts off of Amazon or not Amazon, eBay or something. What's wrong piece of tape? Let's see if that works.
Play, DED, a small visual readout just to the right. There's more to come on the DED, but for now just know that there are many different pages that can be called up that show us different sets of information.
Son of a bitch, this thing is being annoying.
Duct tape engineering science.
just doesn't want to pick up the right side as well. Right now, for some reason. This is odd. Alright, I think I fixed it.
The C&I page is displayed by default and shows you basic information on communications, navigation, and the Identify Friend or Foe IFF status. Press spacebar to continue.
Whatever, I'll worry about it after.
There are a lot of buttons on the ICP, so let's break them down into three main functions. First, are the two master mode buttons. Pressing these selects the air-to-air or air-to-ground master mode and configures the fire control system and displays to support that type of attack. Try it now if you would like. We start in the navigation master mode with navigation information dominating the HUD and the horizontal situation display, HSD. on the right MFD. So press either of the master mode buttons. You'll see a tax symbology displayed in the HUD and the SMS page with weapons information called up on the right MFD. To press the button again and it returns to the navigation master mode. Now, there are other master modes, but these three are the ones you deal with most often. Explore that some more if you wish and press spacebar to continue.
Okay, interesting.
Next are the 4 override buttons. These override any other DED page to show you the page that corresponds to the compressed button. Pressing an override button a second time returns to the previous page. The COM 1, COM 2, and IFF buttons take you directly to those pages. The list button displays a list of pages that can be accessed by pressing the corresponding button from the menu. I mentioned before that the C&I page is displayed on the DED by default. Go ahead and call up some of these other override pages to get a feel for how navigating between pages works. We can return to the default C&I page by either entering data, more on this later, or by toggling the data control switch, DCS, left to the return position. So continue to explore this if you would like, and toggle left to return to the C&I page when you're done. Press spacebar to continue. Next, we have several priority function buttons. Like the override buttons, these are used to call up different pages on the DED. However, these do not override other pages and only function when used from the C&I page. The buttons serve as a numeric keyboard once a page other than C&I is called up. We'll look at some of these in more detail in the navigation lesson. So for now, call up some pages by pressing the buttons. Remember to toggle left on the DCS to return to the C&I page before trying to select another one of these pages. So continue to explore that and press spacebar when you're ready to move on. So that's how we swap between the different pages. Once we're there, we also have a few switches and buttons for entering and manipulating data. The increment-decrement switch increases or decreases value.
1 second. I'm trying to get this all. Apologies. I'm trying to get my keybind set up. Once I do them once, I'll never have to do it again. So I'm just trying to get them done real quick. Here, I'm gonna share it like this so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hold on. Alright, so this way you guys can like kind of see what I'm doing here.
Values for the field selected on the current DED page. Values that can be increased or decreased are identified by an up and down arrow next to them on the display.
Limit switch. Wait, what?
For example, the steer
ICP DED. Wait. That's the one I'm fucking with right now. Wait, right?
the top right of the CNI page has these arrows, so the steer point can be changed using this switch. Press spacebar to continue.
So now it's just different pages, you can switch. Okay, hold on. ICP. Okay. This one. Alright, left control, number. Okay. So now some of these keybinds don't want to cooperate. Let's see if this works. Oh. Wait. You know what? Hold on. No, let's just try this. Okay, let's not do numpad then. Let's try a different key.
The data control switch, DCS, to return to the CNI page, but we can also use it to change the highlighted field on DED pages.
Hold on. Might as well just get the full numpad.
Sequence through different data.
Alright. So of course it has to be all on numpad.
Right with the CNI page.
STPT, huh? second too. Let me do this real quick. Go like here. I'm gonna post the link in the chat real quick over here.